quite an ambitious person, and I really like loud titles, you know. To be honest, my speech is going to be probably not the best in history of humanity for you, but in the best speech in the history of humanity for me. And that was a twist. As you know, like in Toastmasters, we have to go a long way to come to the end. And today I can proudly say that today probably is going to be my last official speech in Toastmasters history of 4 years, you know. It's been a dramatic moment for me because I started my journey in December 2013 in Scotland when I was delivering my first icebreaker in front of 50 wet and angry Scottish people. And it's been 4 years almost now, and I'm delivering my speech in front of around 50 kind people from Kazakhstan on my homeland. This journey was awesome, and I completed over 40 official speeches, like real speeches, and around 10 training sessions in my speaker dimension of the Toastmasters. In terms of my leader dimension of the Toastmasters, I completed my CL. I served for 1 year as a surgeon arm, which is basically a zavhoz of the Toastmasters, but I'm still proud of those surgeon arms. And now basically it's my third step to my leadership track, and a final step was a high performance leadership program. And while I'm trying to be quite mindful person, I'm not, to be honest. I still like fast food, I'm not living a healthy life. But for some reason I decided to make people live a healthy life in spite of me doing it. So I quickly give you overview what is a high performance leadership program, because you don't know and you don't have to give a shit about it, but I think Grammarian will kill me, but it's okay. It's my last speech. So I don't give a piece of paper. So basically, in terms of a leader, you have a competent leader, you have a beautiful book, and you have to complete 10 projects. And when you do 10 projects, you serve as a Toastmaster of the meeting, a table topic master, grammarian, or another account role. So basically all the role takers are just at the beginning. I call it the kindergarten, guys. And now I'm graduated from high school, you know. I'm a bad boy. Advanced leader bronze, I have to serve as an officer, and I served brilliantly, I would say, for 1 year. Even so, I was probably the worst surgeon arms in the history of a Toastmasters Club, but I was probably the most active officer in the history of Astana Toastmasters Club. Officers will kill me, but it's okay, it's my last speech. So and now I'm doing my Advanced Leader Silver Award, basically, and it was supposed to be a project for community. Doesn't matter my workplace or children of Astana or children of Kazakhstan, any social projects that I would do, and I decided to talk about mindful life. .kz. In terms of how this project is done, again, you don't have to care about it, and you don't have to listen to me, but if you want to, the first step was to recruit a guidance committee. Basically, it's a board of directors, which I recruit for myself, so that people can control me, you know. Unfortunately, if you want to do something, you need some people above you so that they can give you feedback, because otherwise you can mess up. And I would almost mess up without these people. And second step was to recruit my slaves, was basically my action team. So I had people above me, so I had to recruit people who would agree to be beyond me. And fortunately, there are some people like this. And I will tell you who these lucky people are later. And the last step was actually to bring it all together, to find people who would like to actually take part of it, who would like to benefit from it. But again, before you want to do something, you want to know why you want to do it, yeah? So the first step was actually to have a vision. And my vision was to create a blogging platform about a mindful life. But not just a blogger platform. I wanted some experienced teachers and coaches to share their knowledge and advices in an informal way. Because we're all tired of books and all tired of beautiful presentations. I wanted you to see a real stories of real people, so maybe you can get inspired, but again, you don't have to give a damn about it. And then I had to narrow it down to a mission, and my mission was to create a blogging platform about mindful life. I actually just copy-pasted that line, to be honest. Which will actually encourage people to start practicing. So my vision was to inform people by recruiting experienced teachers and coaches, but my mission was actually to encourage you to start practicing it. So not just reading it, but actually doing it, and improves their quality of their lives. Like hopefully, probably, I don't know. And my values were quite broad. I don't know why they're not here, but my values were determination, transparency, and action, proactive attitude to whenever you want to do. And then on my next slide, I would like to tell you who was the lucky people who agreed to be above me and beyond me. So as you can see, for people above me, I actually put the pictures. But people for beyond me, I didn't put the pictures. But I appreciate their work to my very bones. So above me, people who were my board of directors were actually Indira Kilobayeva, who is second distinguished Toastmaster and history of Astana Toastmaster in Kazakhstan and Central Asia as well. And the first person was Agina Mikultaya, who is my wife actually. So basically I had no choice, you know. Story of my life. And then I had an action team. Even so I'm joking about these people beyond me, but I would say that people not beyond me, but they are my base, you know. There's a foundation of my success. So I would substitute the word beyond for foundation. And basically my foundation was Anwar Yakov, who is an IT guy, who is quite smart, who agreed to actually develop this platform. He still hasn't finished yet, but I believe in him. And Igor Sitenova, who kindly agreed to promote our events on social media. We also recruited 2 individual bloggers. First of all, they're teachers, and then we asked them to become a bloggers, and they're still on the way to learn how to do it. It was Daria Karkhalova, who is a yoga teacher, and Maral Misingaleva, who is a meditation teacher. And my final results were twofold. And the first was to create a website, but as you can see, it's still in process. And second one was to hold a workshop. Why I decided not only develop a website, but I wanted to have a launch party of a website which is not launched yet. It was supposed to be a joke, but it's okay, guys. To hold a workshop so the people actually can try how to do it. And actually it turned out to be success. Can we have a next slide? Next slide. Okay, so basically we managed to recruit around 15 people who agreed to come to our workshop, and we gave a lecture about meditation, yoga, and healthy food, healthy eating habits. And we were lucky because Daria Karkhalova agreed to give us space at her yoga studio. As you can see, people are working hard, and probably there is the laziest person in the room. It was me. But, okay, so as you can see, everyone is bending, but I'm just standing here. So I'm a true example, leading by example. So it turned out to be a real success. They all signed up for our newsletters. They're still in our WhatsApp group, and hopefully they will become the first 15 users of our almost created a web platform. And I would like to come back, but you know, next, come back to the previous slide. Yeah, okay. But whatever you do in your life, there are always lessons to be learned. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, you agree about it. And my lessons were threefold. And the first one is that even so I, being my programmer, hobby programmer myself, I thought it's quite easy to develop a web platform. But actually technical aspects can be much harder to tackle than organizational. So it was easier to actually persuade people than persuade the machine to work properly. Second was people sometimes can drop out. No matter how great these people, no matter how you trust, no matter how good relations you can have with them, they can sometimes drop out, and you have to deal with it. You have to find a substitute. And the last one, you can be a smart person, you can be a genius, you can have a beautiful vision, but you always have to adapt it and adjust. And that's where my board of directors came to help. Initially, I just wanted to create a website and put it all out there. But they actually advised me to hold a workshop so that people actually can touch and smell and taste what is a health mindful life. And for me, it was a truly revealing experience when all these people came to me at the end and thanked not me, but my wife. Because she was the one who contacted them for 2 weeks, or for a week, I think. And I will give a speech about it later, just like. So guys, whenever you do in your life, there are always lessons to learn. So that's how my HPL project gone. A few nice pictures, and then I will move on. As you can see, a lot of smiling food, this healthy food. It's coming. Okay, so it's my wife giving a speech about healthy eating habits, and just me setting up laptop, story of my life. And this was our reward at the end. All the healthy dishes, vegetarian dishes prepared again by my wife, so lucky me. It's basically my dinner every night, Too much personal information. So guys, before I finish, I would like to thank you, first of all, my beautiful wife. Because she was amazing support for me throughout this project. She's done almost 99% of the job. So that's how it works in a family, But she did a great job because she found these people, she found these teachers, and we all managed to bring them to this yoga room on the other end of town. Even so, it was a snow. Do you remember? It was a week ago. It was a snow, and we expected like people to drop out, but still 90% turn out. And you know why? They told one thing: she was bombarding them with WhatsApp. So guys, I wouldn't be standing here in front of you without support of my beautiful wife. Let's give a round of applause. And just finishing my speech on a high note. Is usually exceeding my time almost twice by 50%. Story of my life. This is my final speech, and it's been 4 years almost of a journey, and you all be part of it, every one of you. Even so, if you're sitting here for the first time, maybe, I don't know, you will get inspired to come to this stage, because when I started Toastmaster journey, I was really shy person, I would say. I was a complete introvert. People would tell me that I speak too not loud, opposite word, okay, I'm getting emotional. So guys, thank you for this beautiful journey. It's been a pleasure being with you for 4 years. Hopefully I will give more speeches, but probably next time you would have to pay for it, But it's your decision, is it worth it or not? Thank you guys.